Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean that. Okay, so, should we go to records? No, I gotta tell a story. Come here, you want up here? The furnace stopped running. I should start all over. Why? Because when the furnace runs, it's annoying. Hey, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the Art Villa, found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. I'm here today with Mr. Burns. Why? Because he, without one eye, he's now in cat heaven. I tore down the chicken wire barrier and the door I made to keep the animals out of the garage. And he, in short order, figured out how to get down here to investigate the things that go on here in the bunker system. So that's why he's here. Okay. We're going to go on. First I'm going to tell the story of I got 3 bags at Myers today of Coleman's Ziti spaghetti. 1, 2, 3. It's backpacking food, but it's also good for your apocalypse food stash. So during the first day of the apocalypse, post-apocalypse, I'm going to be, if I'm not on fire, I'm going to be eating for breakfast 1 bag of Coleman's Ziti spaghetti, and then for dinner the other bag, and then the following day I'm going to be eating 1 bag in the morning, and then Mr. Burns in the afternoon. Sorry, you're going to look pretty tasty on that second day, buddy. If you're not on fire, that's right. Okay, records, but first a story. This week there's not much to tell other than Dance Party Friday. I have to tell the story. Some of you already know the story, but others of you don't. Okay, Dance Party Friday, it's a tradition been going on for years now. There's some crazy guy on Channel 12 that does the traffic report in the morning, so he's all like, you're not paying any attention to me, I'm just the traffic guy. What am I going to do to bring attention to myself? So he started dancing on Friday morning during the news, okay. And it's just like a throwback to like local lo-fi kind of TV shenanigans, and I like it because I grew up in a time when there was more of it. Okay, so Friday, it's like it's 6:30 in the morning, you know. I mean, it's really early, and he has to do this craziness. I got to give him credit for it. I don't think I could do it. Not that early in the morning. Okay, so it's hard for me to set this thing up. And the traffic girl, I forgot about her, the traffic girl, she's kind of like that too. Okay, so they're both going to, sometimes they both do it, and they're both going to do it on Friday. And they're there, and I'm kind of watching, and there's some music, and you can kind of see them, and they're wearing some kind of weird gold thing, and then I hear him say, "Can you see me?" And he's like, got this look on his face, you can see me, and then he jumps off. He jumps off, and then the girl jumps off, and you hear him saying, "They can see me, they can see me. I have to stop this right now. This is an epic fail." Then I realize, and then he's talking a little bit more, and there's just a photograph of like Cincinnati, and you can't see anything. The girl's gone. He's saying some stuff, and then they switch back to the desk with the the anchors and the weather guy, and he's sitting there behind the desk with he's got a green screen suit on, a real tight spandex. If you don't know what it is, head to toe green screen. Then they were going to do something. A Halloween thing, I don't know. But you think a television station would know how to do green screen, but they didn't. So their bodies were kind of showing up in this kind of goldy color, and he thought, I didn't notice, but he thought that because the suit was so tight, his junk was showing, and he couldn't possibly be seen on television in the morning, so he stopped doing the whole thing. And you could tell he was upset. He was not happy that he could, because the other kids, they're all kids except for the one guy, they're just young people, and they're all like, okay, it'll be fine, you know, you'll be able to do it again, but he's like, and then he got over it pretty soon, and then the young girl came back and did something, you know, like a traffic thing with him or something. Anyway, I don't know, but it was just a hysterical moment. Did I go on too long about all that? I think I did. Okay, let's go right to the records. Earl Grant, Informal Piano Improvisations. I managed to spit that out. I looked all over her records today. I spent way too much time and came up with very few things, although the last record, it's an eBay thing, came in the mail today that you could save the day. Okay, but Earl Grant, we all got plenty of his albums. I haven't seen this one. It seems like it's going to be, it's like there's 4 songs on the album, so it's going to be some kind of interesting jazz thing, which, Earl Grant, did I say Grant? No, it's Earl Gardner. Earl Grant. Grant. Jesus, I'm not, shut up, because you don't know what you're talking about, that's for sure. It's Steve Douglas. Oh, I went to the record store, the high price record store, and they said 99-cent records half price, $1.99 records half price, $2.99 records half price, but you got to buy $20 worth of stuff, okay? I couldn't find $20 worth of dollar records that were worth picking up. I don't even want to go into it. Anyway, this was in the jazz thing. I don't know anything about it. Walk On By. It's good vibrations. It's got kind of that groovy, kind of like early 70s, kind of like shattered, time warpy cover. It's famous motion picture actor John Hall directs music from Honolulu. I probably got rid of this. If this screams "Don't Buy Me." This whole album, Roulette, Budget Label, Hal Kemp, and the memories of Hal Kemp. Like, it's an album made for, you know, the memories of a dead person. This horrible graphic. Lamplight, Got a Date with an Angel. Henry Jerome. I bought it anyway. John Enos plays, and I probably had this one before, didn't like it. 2 pianos, but he experiments a lot, John. And Malag, oh, I can't pronounce it. Oh, God. There's a lot of stuff on here I don't think I'm going to like it. It's on Hi-Fi, you never know. Another record I may or may not have bought at one time. It's Norrie Paramore's British. Okay, I've got some of his stuff blogged. New York Impressions, which I don't know if that means anything. It smacks at being. It's just all songs about New York. That doesn't mean it's going to be impressionistic. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, it's Saturday. And I've got, it's gray outside and it's Saturday, and the really bright, peppy, smiley girl behind the record counter who I love, I'm in love with, at Half Price Books. She's so charming. Even she was like, oh, it's gray outside, and I guess fall's over with. It's gonna be a long, hard winter. And of course me, Manic Mark, who's usually full of woe and misery, was like, yeah, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be a horrible winter. I hate winter. I tried to reinforce her, you know, borderline depression by heaping more depression from me, Manic Mark, onto the girl of my dreams who's usually peppy and full of energy. Just kidding. You ever watch Undercover Boss? Okay, this is a show I love because it shows that people that are making like $9 an hour, whatever minimum wage is, can be super up and peppy, and I know it's just good brain chemicals on the part of these people that they're able to just like, how can they go sell yogurt and be like, yeah, yogurt, you know what I mean, like frozen yogurt and with sprinkles, love it. I can't, I've never been like that, and which has been the ruin of me. If I had been more up, I'm cutting all that out. Who's Sandy Posey? I don't know, but this was. She looks good on here, and she's got the high hair, but for some reason it really works on her. She's got the 70s high hair, but I like it on her. Sandy Posey, some kind of country thing, pop country. This was the only record I found that is 50 cents. I think I may like, and it's Let's Walk Together. It's Kitty Rippey. It's Kitty Rippey of the Union Baptist Church Gospel Choir and the Episcopal Theological School staff out of Cambridge, Massachusetts. I mean, I think she might kick ass. I don't know. It's just a guess. I didn't know Frank Sinatra conducted orchestras, but here he is conducting an orchestra for Peggy Lee. That's a nice cover. I don't have that one. Bought this for trade. It's just a clean copy of Roman, guitar, Tony Montola. Good album. Peter Nero, Midnight Cowboy. There's an album where Peter Nero tries to get hip. Now, I've got one of his other albums where he tries to get hip, and it's pretty hip. I like it, so I have high hopes for this one. early Les Brown on Columbia. Les Brown. This is the thing about half price books. In the jazz section, they have this Les Brown for like $4 or something like $3-4. And then they've got another copy of it, the exact same kind of condition, in the 50-cent bin. I notice a lot of record stores are like that, where they're not, more than one person's pricing the records, and it just ends up anyway. I'm cutting all that out because I'm getting right back to what I got in the mail today, which was a box set. It's a 3-record avant-garde box set on Vox, including John Cage, which is a name you may find familiar. But the idiot that sent it, and it got here okay, but I'm saying it was a buy it now, so I paid, it was a pretty good price, okay, but he sends it without in it, not in a plastic bag, in a regular mailer box, which could have easily been crushed and the corners could have been broken on this thing, you know what I'm saying? With these weird little discs, they look like coffee filters. They're just, that's it, on both sides, in the middle. To cushion it? Are you kidding? There wasn't even any extra cardboard in it like most record dealers stick in it. God darn all those. Why take chances like that? I just don't get it. I think it's all came. It was just lucky it got here intact. Okay. And now for the musical selection. Okay, you want to come up here? Here, come up here. We'll say it. There we go. You're such a good boy. Oh my God. And now for the musical selection, say it.